Gauteng Health Department has unveiled a multi-million-rand nuclear medicine research infrastructure center at the Steve Biko Academic Hospital. The department says the R500 million facility is dedicated to drug development and clinical research for the benefit of South Africa, the African continent and the world. Now, for more on this conversation, we're now joined by Professor Mike Sathekge, Head of Nuclear Medicine Department at the University of Pretoria and Steve Biko Academic Hospital. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Now, this is exciting news in the health field. Tell us a little bit more about this achievement at the Steve Biko Academic Hospital.
Thank you so kindly for this opportunity, and of course we do appreciate the visit by the MEC Mamantu Ngomoraro to this, because it's obviously highlighting the importance of the impact of this infrastructure. But one has to thank everyone that is involved in this. Of course, this is, as you know, that institutions and people can't succeed alone. So you've got to succeed as a collective to go far. And this is efforts that shows that in South Africa we're serious about research. The South African roadmap on research, South African research infrastructure roadmap, which was unveiled by the Department of Science and Innovation, wanted to ensure that in the country we can have commercialization of academic research. So to this effect, they have actually set out a lot of other infrastructures in health and other aspects. So this is a national infrastructure to this effect that actually Steve Biko and University of Pretoria won the award to host. And in hosting it from the innovation aspects of the DSI is that we should actually be mandated to try and look at the skills of the country, look at the technology that can actually take the patient's life to be better, and also entrepreneurial skills that should come with it. So this infrastructure itself, it's the first of its kind in the continent, but also there will be few in the world that would actually match what it offers. What I mean by that, it's in one roof. You've got the preclinical facility, basic translational unit, you've got medical physics, radiobiology, you've got clinical therapy and clinical imaging, and then of course you do have radiopharmacy with the production capability and the ability to mix, if I can call it that way, to get the biomarker and develop an isotope for ourselves and therefore try and detect the diseases very early, and then of course in that way you can also treat them early. So instead of being predictive to how the disease will behave like, you want to also be prognostic, both of the predictive and prognostic at once. Then it makes the quality of life and the morbidity and mortality to be a little bit improved in this way.
And Professor Sathekge, what kinds of research is this? What kinds of diseases will you be looking at specifically having a focus on?
So it will vary from various ranges. As you can see, that the incidence and prevalence of cancer globally is increasing, but more so in low middle-income countries. So we will look intensely into that, into what can we do to actually treat cancers very early, but to also image them very early. So it doesn't have to be nuclear medicine treating them only, but if they are being treated by a medical oncologist, radiation oncologist, immunotherapists. So how do we actually image them early? So in imaging them early, then also surgical interventions can be engaged early, and of course you will in that way have an improved outcomes of our patients. So cancer is our target area, and to this effect I might just as well add that the International Atomic Energy Agency, IAEA, has therefore, because of the structure and the scientific stage of our of this facility, are actually going to make us to be an anchor center for cancer care. And that will actually help in terms of training people not only in the country but in the continent. But the other places that we are doing research on. It's on, of course, infectious diseases, tuberculosis, on cardiovascular diseases, and neurological diseases, although that is still to be accelerated. So this infrastructure is, of course, a national facility, as one has said. So it collaborates with other national entities such as NEXA, Itemba Labs, of course, as I said, DSI, University of Pretoria, which is an institute in itself, which are the host. But other universities, for instance, will also have some other ideas, and therefore, because we have the facility, then they can come and work in the facility to also advance their ideas. So it shouldn't be that it will only be left to us, but we will be inclusive in accommodating other ideas. Just to also highlight, for instance, we are part and parcel of the Radiation Center of Northwest University that can also have some strengths and bring in some of the other preclinical ideas that might have. And we will have some nodes in University of KwaZulu-Natal, Swakopmund, Wits, and so on. So it's going to be this as the main facility, but we will have nodes in other campuses, other universities as well.
It sounds all very encouraging. Good luck with that, and thank you for joining us this evening.